Okay, hi best friends, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're seeing this video. I just wanted to quickly touch base with you guys and address some of the questions that I have been getting in my emails and my DMs and so on and so forth, because so many things have been going on in there. It's crazy, to be honest. First things first, I remember when we started this group and we wanted to help as many people as we could. I was very particular about being patient, waiting for people who were impatient to leave, and categorically asking people to leave if they did not have the patience to learn. Now, I've gotten a few emails, DMs of people saying, oh, the trade looked red and, it was going on and on and on and on. And then they got scared and they pulled out their money and then they lost a few dollars or something like that. Again, if you're not a patient person, you can't really succeed at, in fact, you can't succeed at anything in life, because tell me why you entered a trade that is supposed to be a long or a short or whatever the case, right? And in the first 1 hour of entering the trade, you notice that, it's fluctuating, it's going green, it's going red, it's going green, it's going red. And you figured the right thing to do would be to pull out your money while it is red. Make it make sense. Basically, let me explain to you what you're doing in layman terms, right? You tell me that, okay, we're out of water in this building, our pumping machine is spoiled, ball is not working. And then I tell you, okay, go and pack all the buckets in the building and put them outside. It's going to rain and we're going to get rainwater so that we can have water. After I tell you that, you start looking out the window every 5 minutes to try and see if it's going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain, then all of a sudden the sun comes out and it's blaring, right? Because of that, are you going to go back outside and bring all the buckets back in? You would have expended the energy, wasted your time, wasted your effort, wasted everything, to be honest. If you do that, the best thing to do in a situation like that is to wait and, see if it actually rains till nighttime. If I'm telling you it's going to rain, it's because I am pretty confident that it will rain. So you're supposed to be patient. Now, moving on to the people who don't really understand how to use the signals. I think it's kind of obvious, but I'm going to try and explain it again. Now, the buy-in price, or the price that you're supposed to go into a trade, is the price that is actually at the top. That's the first one, right? And it's usually a range. So they tell you can buy in at this rate, or you can buy in between, basically you can buy in between this rate and this rate. Depending on your level of patience and your propensity for risk and your expectation of the amount of profit you're trying to make off of that trade, you can wait till the lowest point, right? Or you can just enter at any of the points in between it, or the highest point. Usually the highest point is, the most reasonable place to enter because it will happen very quick. But if you're waiting for it to drop to a certain point before you enter for something like a long, right? It might take a little while for that order to go through because you're waiting for that coin to drop. And then to the people who don't understand the targets, target 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Those are potential take profit points, right? That's the point where you can actually trigger your profit and get out of that trade automatically. I mean, obviously, usually the first target is definitely the easiest. You're probably going to hit that very quickly. If you have a little more propensity for risk and you have the patience, you can go for the second or the third. And if you're like stone cold killer, you're somebody who doesn't really care, you know that, okay, you can actually hodl, you can just go for the very, very last one. Some people have different trading techniques. Some people will use that as a range, find like a mean or an average, and then go for that instead. And then that maximizes their profit essentially. So the person who goes for second or third or the last is going to definitely make more profit over time than the person who goes for the first. But the person who goes for the first is the safest person, because that person is going to get their profit and get out very quickly. But they are not going to be able to maximize the profit and get the most profit out of that trade. Does that make sense? And finally, to all the people who are sending me direct messages and emails asking me to give them one-on-one classes about this, if I was doing that, I wouldn't be able to offer value to everybody else who is in this group. So no, I'm not going to be giving you private classes. I'm not going to be helping you check on your trades individually. The information I have shared in this group is more than enough for you to be able to understand everything that I've said. And if you don't, you can just go back and watch the videos, because I explained it. I got a video from somebody else to help me explain it, and it's pretty straightforward. If you have questions, you can ask me in the email. If I feel like the question is going to benefit the larger audience, I will come here and I will make a video about it. But if you're asking me to give you personal time to individually check on your trades, now imagine that there's almost 12,000 people in this group. If I had to do that for every single person, I wouldn't be able to have time to actually make these videos and help the majority of the people, would I? And to all the impatient people, yes, the KAVA trade that we did on the first day in this group is actually still running. We have still not taken profit. Can you get out of the trade and take minimal profit? Sure, if you want to, why not? But I would advise against it. I would say wait and get maximum profit before you get out of that trade. Again, if you're an impatient person and you don't know how to hodl, you cannot wait and watch what you're building grow. you really shouldn't be in this group because crypto trading is definitely not for you, right? You're going to see red sometimes. It doesn't mean in the next 15 minutes, 1 hour, in the next 24 hours, it's not going to be significantly green. You just have to be patient. I'm going to touch base with you guys again later in the day when I have something to say. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I really appreciate you. And remember, this group is closed. We're not inviting anybody anymore. God bless. You're welcome.